I put like groceries in my oven, so. Oh, whoa! This here you go.
This, we can keep you're gonna re-gift it? That wasn't part of the thing. Re-gifting.
No, we put re-gifting on that list.
Don't de-gift and re-gift.
I'm telling you, I re-gifted like a champ this time around. Sorry, everybody. All right, listen. Let's have some snow. We have the atmosphere. It was a green Christmas here. There we go.
Oh,
Let's do that. When the reality is, like, you just would have been better off doing push-ups. You're definitely not talking about Romo ever playing. You know, I mean,
right.
That conversation didn't mean had at all.
All right.
By the way, am I hearing the fire like crackle?
It's definitely crackling.
Yeah,
I've been trying to figure it out forever.
I've been trying to figure it out. You know, the fire.
You never knew when you said that, did you? It's the gift that keeps on giving. It never gets old, but
full circle.
It does. Buddy. It comes full circle. And you know, in all seriousness, though, that's right, for the positive. This is a big day for a lot of players who are trying to meet some of these incentives. It can mean a lot of money. And if you had any experience with guys who say, hey, how about give me that ball?
Yeah, Wendy. Well,
I'll get you your carries.
You need 9 catches for 200 grand. You need this done. Eric Rett, you need done. Now we know why the game. He called the game to get guys their straight cash home.
All right, listen, that's outstanding. Well, speaking of playing, we're going to play a little game. In fact, it's a show that we think is sweeping the nation. From headshot to here, right here on stage with us, our NFL Countdown crew is here. We're talking about this game with the Lions and the Packers. Should the Packers win today, that would mean they will be taking 6 straight wins with them into the playoffs. I'll start with you, Trent. Should they make it to the playoffs? Are they the most dangerous team in the NFC?
You would think so. I mean, with as well as Aaron Rodgers is playing, that type of momentum.
Tournament to watch, regardless of who gets in, at least in the final week of the season. Charles, I want to start with you with this one. The news this morning at MCF reporting that Gary Kubiak could be stepping down at the end of the season because of health reasons. Last year, he wins the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, you know, you just hope that health-wise.
Before the half. I mean, it's scary stuff. And I think when you're talking about a football season, all of a sudden those things shrink in importance when you're talking about someone's health. This is a guy who's a husband, a father, and that kind of stuff, and those things probably come first.
You talk about that instability, though, and as a Broncos fan, the last time they were this unstable after winning a Super Bowl, it took another 16 years to get there, right? And so it's for those of us that are fans, clearly Kubiak's health is the most important thing, but you would expect that there'd be a little more consistency with what they've got going on. Adam also reporting this morning that the Niners are expected to clean house this offseason by letting GM Trent Baalke go and Chip Kelly as well. Matt, this would be the 3rd coaching change in as many years. What's your reaction to this report?
Well, it's obviously not. I don't know if it can happen right away, but eventually they'll get back on track to being what they once were.
I think they had, you know, before that, they had...
As well as make a very poor hire at head coach, let a good head coach go. The snowball effect there just was too much for them to overcome.
Let's turn attention down to the playoffs. Looking at 2 10-5 teams in the AFC, the Steelers and Dolphins. Randy, I'm going to start with you. Between these 2 teams, Steelers and Dolphins, who do you believe in more and why?
Well, Stafford's having an MVP type season.
Well, here's the funny thing. I was trying to give the defense some love and go, oh, all we do is talk about Dak and Zeke. Yeah. But now we're going to talk about Dak and Zeke.
Yeah, well, and rightfully so.
You said Matt Stafford in the MVP conversation. Obviously, these rookies are in the MVP conversation, which is incredible. Would you?
Darren McFadden and maybe some other guys as well.
And for those of you that don't know this, and I didn't until this morning, Tim Hasselbeck was an outstanding special teams player at Boston.
This is what happens. This is what I'm
kidding when I said you dabbled in quarterback because we have proof. Again, we have a Boston College producer today. Tim is a quarterback there, so we wanted to give you some love. Turn around.
What, against Power 5 schools. You see the people packed in there in Detroit? Did you see them? No, not so much.
Not as much. But well, because Tim Hasselbeck wasn't playing. So,
fair.
I mean, they packed it in, right?
That might be true.
So, trick play there. Let's go back to the Dallas game. Des Bryant threw it with us now, switching seats with Tim. Matt McGloin, 1-5 in his career as a starter, with all 6 starts coming in that rookie season for him back in 2013. What more can you tell us about the Raiders' plans at quarterback?
Well, Sarah, from talking to the Raiders yesterday, they don't have any plans.
Check isn't very happy about what's going on there because of the Orange Bowl. Your thoughts?
Well, I think it's actually brilliant. Look, his team has a bye week next week. So if he's truly unhappy with it, it's clearly a way to rest starters and also a clear way, to let the league know, hey, like this is not acceptable. And it's something the NFLPA's had an issue with for a while. Remember, Reggie Bush hurt, then there were pirate